everybody, Claire McCallan back with the Christian channel. We have a friend of mine today, Sharon Oliphant, and she is here to talk about the new film, Disciples in the Moonlight. Sharon, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me, Claire.
All right, so if you were going to talk to someone about this great new Christian film that you're a part of, and you were going to give them your 15-second elevator pitch, how would you describe this movie to them?
Oh my goodness. 15-second interview or pitch, elevator pitch is that it is a look at the future of our society if we were to relinquish our religious freedom. It's about seven heroes who are making brave choices and preserving scripture.
Yeah, it's incredible because this film hits at a certain time where the line between dystopia and documentary starts to blur because while some of it can feel a little bit like, well, I don't know if they'd outlaw that. If you really think about our lived experiences as Christians in the United States, you can feel a really increased amount of censorship and the prohibition of our religious freedoms. So
Mm.
while it is created, I believe, the film to be dystopia, I think it's going to resonate for a lot of audiences who feel like they've had some of their ability to worship and speak about their faith in public stripped away.
Mm,
Uh,
absolutely.
what was your capacity in the film? How were you involved?
Yep. So I worked as a producer. First and foremost, I was there for the duration of the project as a producer, and then I was also gifted a role, a small role as an agent.
Mhm.
But that was a couple of days, and then I was there making a movie.
And you were one of the bad guys, right?
Yeah, well, she actually is one of the characters who you do see a little remorse
Hmm.
for what's happening. And it is a very painful scene. I don't want to give anything away, but very uncomfortable imagery of kind of where things start to really escalate. And my character is there for that, and she is trying to offer an alternative um, to a really painful moment.
I mean, and that's one of the unique things about this film as a Christian film. You weren't really afraid to take it a little bit darker than they often get, which is a very interesting and I would say smart, creative choice.
Oh yeah,
Be
that
challenging for audiences.
that's really the goal. The team behind Disciples of Moonlight, Brett Borvell, Josh Tarkowski, and Van Lawson, who were there from from the beginning, they really wanted to create a Christian film that kind of pushed the envelope a little and just struck up a conversation. Um, in just a new way. I mean, there's some incredible Christian movies getting produced right now. I'm so thankful, and I feel like this is definitely one of those groundbreaking type movies that's like, okay, we can still make a gritty and compelling movie with a message. So I'm really excited
It's a
about
really exciting time for Christian filmmaking, and I know you're involved in just about every Christian movie that I hear about.
it.
You stay
No,
busy. So congratulations on the year that you've had.
thank you.
Yeah, for those
Oh,
at home, Sharon and I actually met on the set of the Triumph of the Heart film, the new film about St. Maximilian Kolbe, out in Poland, in the middle of nowhere,
yes.
Poland. So that's how I connected to Sharon, heard about this project, wanted to share it all with you. I've got
Mm.
to ask, as a believer and as someone who these issues and topics are so close to your heart, how was it for you spiritually to participate in a project like this? Were there moments of heaviness as you, I guess, contemplated the weight of what you were creating about?
That's such a very, very important question because behind the scenes of these movies, it can be when you start to dabble in this sort of content, the enemy does not like it. We definitely had a lot of obstacles, a lot of just rallying together. Overnight shoots are also kind of, you think about the psychology of what you're doing. You've got 17 overnight shoots and a team of very talented and hardworking people, but it does start to kind of, you know, not mess with you, but it does in a way with your, just the science of the human body, and so we were all on like a third shift schedule, and then when you get to these really very impactfully like traumatizing moments of the movie, you definitely felt that kind of spiritual warfare. There was a weekend after we shot the scenes that I was an actor behind the scenes. It took me, really reaching out to my people, asking for prayer, and like a weekend of recovery, just seeing, you know, face to face. It was acting, but it was definitely that powerful moment of like, this is happening, and there are Christians that are facing persecution, and it's nothing new. I mean, it is happening. It's just, it felt very close to home. And, you know, I'm looking in the eyes of persecuted Christians, and it really impacted me.
Yeah, I can imagine. You have also more recently had the opportunity to take this film onto the festival circuit. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? I know you had a big trip
Oh.
recently.
Oh man. Yep. Since February, I went up to watch a screening of the movie actually in January of 2024, and just blown away. You know, watched it in one of the theaters where we filmed in
Mhm.
Danville, Indiana. Very sentimental with the investors, producers, and the team. And then we went on to NRB in Nashville, and that is actually where the deal was struck with Pinnacle Peak Productions to get the distribution deal in place, which was very powerful. You know, we had that meeting. We actually were in line behind the Kendrick brothers and their new movie, and just kind of seeing all these other big Christian movies getting, and us being there in line with them was really amazing. And then struck that deal. You know, the Pinnacle Peak team prayed over us. They asked, you know, all the things, the experience that we had and everything. It was really beautiful. It wasn't just like a let's broker this deal and it's done. It was like, thank you for making this movie. We want to pray for you, pray for the movie. And so after NRB, we went into Orlando, into the Christian Film Festival there, had a screener for, you know, about 100 and some odd people. And the response was amazing. They really, great feedback. And then during the red carpet premiere in Indiana, we found out that the film would be over in France for Cannes, the international market there.
That's
So then,
huge.
oh, a huge, like total love letter from God. I got sent to there to support the movie, and just blew me away being a part of that, and just kind of seeing how all these pieces are coming together for the film. We got an extended release now. Instead of the 24th to the 28th, we have the 17th of July through July. So just very like full circle, God doing things through a long career that has just, I've given it to him from the beginning, and now seeing the fruit of that in such a powerful way is really a blessing.
That's amazing. And that was actually going to be my last question. So this is perfect. How can people watch this film?
Yeah. Oh, so fathomevent.com, actually Friday,
Mhm.
June 7th, you can go on their website and pre-order your tickets at a theater near you. There's going to be 1,100 theaters beginning July 17th that show the
Amazing.
film through the week. And we're all praying for an extended release, but for now we've got the 17th onward in July, and that's going to be in most major cities across the United States.
That is huge. Sharon, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, you heard it here, guys. Disciples in the Moonlight. You can see it in July through Fathom Events. Sharon, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me, Claire. So good to see you.